Hey everyone, I'm Greg Smith with Remax Alliance. Out there in the marketplace right now, when you have a shifting market as we have right now, one of the biggest things you have is a misalignment of expectations. And actually, one of my great mentors and actually former business partners, actually business partner with his son now, was Chuck Oxner, and his son Chaz, my partner. But Chuck was very much about when people are upset or they get angry or something's not working out in a relationship or anywhere, it's because of misalignment of expectations. And I truly think one of the greatest things that we can do in real estate right now, and it's actually a demand for us to become true professionals. Quite frankly, real estate was easy for the last 5, 6, 7, or 8 years, but now it's actually an opportunity for the true pros to step up. And what do we need to do? We need to be the people that actually bring alignment to expectations between buyers and sellers. How do you do that? Number one is actually, as a real estate broker, one of the greatest strengths we bring is we know what's coming down the road. We've been down this road 6 or 7 times, or 10 times, or 100 times, or in many of our cases, such as myself, 1,000 times. So there's a good chance. Yes, the path changes a little bit every time, but letting the seller know ahead of time, here's what's going to happen. And what do I mean by that? So letting the seller know, hey, we're going to put your house on the market. Here's what's happening in the marketplace, and showing them, and first setting a realistic pricing and what they should expect. But in today's marketplace, they should expect to actually have contingencies coming into the marketplace. And does that work for them? They should be expecting concessions. A lot of sellers are asking for concessions for a lower rate. And if we let our seller know about that ahead of time, then it's not such a big deal. But we also have to let them know that that concession that's coming up front, that's asking for a lower rate to make it affordable for that seller, for that buyer, doesn't mean that they're not going to do an inspection. They still are going to do an inspection. And buyers very much in this marketplace are expecting safety and hazard items to be addressed. So we need to let them know ahead of time. Yes, when inspection happens, something comes up with the roof, something comes up with the furnace, or something comes up that's along electrical lines, the buyer's going to ask for that. And we just need to be prepared ahead of time. And if you set those expectations and let the seller know that, then you're going to have far much less conflict and a happier seller. If you don't, then you're going to have a seller that's being surprised and they having to make decisions very quickly. One of the things that we talk about in our office as far as bringing alignment expectations is this is a market where a pre-listing inspection makes sense. It lets your seller know what the condition of their house is, and what are some major things that may need to come up, and they can address those ahead of time, or they can know that those are probably going to be coming up later. So that's helping to set expectations for that seller. On the other side, with our buyers, the more as agents can help them with the expectations and setting what reality is out there can be helpful. Yes, let's bring offers that truly present what they're asking for. Negotiate on price. Ask for our concessions as far as rate buy down, things along those lines. But when we get to the inspection stage, set the expectation that the inspection really is for safety and hazard items. It is not for changing the color of the bedroom. It is not for changing the color of the drapes. It's not really for those types of items. That's actually when we step back and look at the value of the home. It's actually looking at, is the furnace have a cracked heat exchanger? Is the roof actually no longer in good shape? Is there a true electrical problem or a structural problem? That's certainly are issues that should be addressed during the inspection stage, but not cosmetic issues. And the more they know that ahead of time, the more they're going to go in with realistic expectations. So that will help bring everybody together. Now, when we do get under contract and work together, us as agents, it's very important that we let the other agent go across from the aisle know that, hey, we're working together to help both our buyers and our sellers achieve their goal. So key communication without emotion, without getting upset, but staying calm and helping each side communicate what they're trying to do is going to bring the transactions together. And that's key in today's marketplace, because it is certainly a market where buyers and sellers are a little bit out of alignment. And we have to do our expertise to bring them into alignment so they can achieve their goal at the end of the day. Truly, the goal of that seller at the end of the day was to sell the house, and that buyer was to buy the house. If you have any other questions or you want other insights in helping to establish expectations or help working in today's marketplace, I'm here to help. I'm Greg Smith at Remax Lines. Thank you.